know? Have some of that. Hello. My belly. Oh, need that. Now then, chances are we're just going to be on our own again today like we was before, but I don't care. I like being on the bottom. I've clambered from the bottom more times than I can count. I've been smashed up, beat up, shafted, and essentially left to rot and die time and time again in my lifetime. I'm still here, which I find, you know, kind of amazing. So, I've dealt with every other blow in my life, I'll deal with this one. I'm going to start coming back on, and I'm going to get a lot of flack. Got to deal with it, because I always said I won't go anywhere, and I haven't. And I can be slated for an awful lot of things, but I can't be slated for breaking my word, can I? That's the one thing none of you can get me for. What I'm doing now is I'm putting together names for the nautical alphabet set. I'll show you around with it. If you'd like to see more of what I've managed to build here, just go to the Facebook Artisan Island and you'll see the lives and things like that. You know? Right, we want M, I, K, and E. I need some ideas for names. There'll be nobody. Hello, mate. How are you, Kevin? K-E-V-I-N. Kevin works. Right, let's see if we can give all the same. Oh, we might be able to as well. Like sometimes, if I'm lucky enough, I can give up all the same COA number. I'll do 33 of all of them, yeah? 33 with the E. Oh, that'd be cool. And the I, yes, we'll do 33 with the I. Okay. So what we've made is Mike. Nautical alphabet. M-I-K-E. Mike. And they all have, each one of the letters has COA number 33. M-I-K-E. I'm sure a few people thought I'd forgotten about trying to get my own coins off the ground. I've had to put my own stuff on hold for like a year. I'm only just now managing to get most of them out, or you know, start getting them out again. And that was last. Orange, pink, green, yellow, orange, pink, green. Green and yellow next. Green. Just had a hot dog that's playing up on me. Nautical So I thought, while I could, while I'm just in here working on my own, I'll stick this on, and then, you know, if there is anybody and they want to talk to me, they can. Nautical alphabet, spells, Mike. I was talking to somebody over the weekend that, what did I write on the others? Oh yeah. And then 100 of each coin made. I saw someone over the weekend that was part of the, shall we say, the argy-bargy from before. Someone that went up against me and in quite a few different ways and caused a lot of trouble. And how apologetic they were. Too late now, isn't it? Damage has been done. Mike, 60 quid. £60. I've forgotten what I wrote on the others. Great present, very rare, £60. Your name spelled in coins. While you can. We take this set and we put it on the table. Shall I show you? This is the gallery, by the way. Have you seen the gallery, Kevin? This is. That's just gonna. Let's make do it a different way. Alright, we can swap the camera around. That's Rusty's wall, where he makes all those things out of. So see the big spider? Where is it? See the big spider? It's actually made out of nuts, bolts, a spoon. Look, it goes close up. Screws. Isn't he a clever man? It's just a few screws. Look at that one, where is it? Amazing. Little robins he makes out of forks and spoons. They're just forks and spoons. So, this is a gallery anyway. Oops. The gallery. Today I made a flash of the Casper Keep Portland Weird. I think maybe by doing a flash like that they'll sell better and quicker. Anyway, I put those out, that's the last of those, so I haven't got many left of those. And then I'm making this table for me in the gallery. And I thought I'd do some names, so people come up and they can see the names. That spells Ian. That spells Brian. Maria, James, Paul, what name is that? Ah, they've written it on there, David, that is. Spells Mike. Oh, I haven't written that on there. I need to get me a pen. Yeah, so thought I'd just make a table up so that at one table spells David. David. Oh, I got terrible cold. Bloody COVID. Mark's British Coins. Hello, mate. Dinky Crafts Jennifer. Good afternoon, Ian and everyone. Hello. Oh. Now, if you remember, I started using that Raffall site, Raffall. But what I couldn't do, whose name did I say I was going to do next? Kevin. Let's do a Kevin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. K, D, B, I, N. Yeah, and I tried, because I was building the Artisan Island one, but I was also trying to do the TGBCH one as well. Too much. It was too much for me. Too much for me to try and handle it all on my own. So, I kind of had to stop with the TGBCH one for a while. This is our concentrating Artisan Island, but I will be doing that. I will be coming back with that. I always said I would do what I can, and I will. Okay. I hope you're all okay. I hope you're okay, Jennifer, and I hope you're okay, Mark and Kevin. That's it, E. But if you'd like to join in with the raffles, there's one finishing. What day is it today? 16th? There's one finishing on the 17th. It's only got another day left. And it's £250 to spend in the shop in here. Whatever you like from any seller. And it's £1 to go. I've decided what I need to do is I need to concentrate first on Artisan Island, get that one making a profit first, then go back to TGBCH. Why? Well, because I was essentially vilified and ostracised from the community, wasn't I? And yet, the person I was talking about a little while ago, who apologised to me for their part in everything that happened, the words they said to me was that the coin community is a sorrier place that I'm out of it. And in retrospect, I was actually very good for the coin community. What a shame they didn't know it then, eh? Never lied to anybody, never screwed anybody over. Told everybody how everything worked. Okay, anyway. And they were still incredulous that somebody could be such a psychopath. But I've met psychopaths like that before. Okay, what number are we going to do for Kevin? Can we get all of them the same? That'd be good. I've been ill and now it's my laptop that's ill. Can't get it working even though it keeps updating. I have no workable screen. That's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? I'm assuming you've tried the things like other browsers and stuff like that. Do you know, Three, is it Three? Yeah, Three did an offer not long ago. If you've got broadband from them, and it's just plug and go, 30 quid a month. If you get broadband from them, they give you a free laptop. All right, let's see if we can go for 34. Pardon me. Oh, that is recruitment on me. 34I, 34N. Come on. 34V. 34K. 34E. Got it. Got it. Why is that exciting to me, do you think? Well, because I just think it will make selling them, I think it will make them a lot more rare. I think it will make them a lot more sought after. If they've all got, if every letter in the thing has all got the same COA number, I think that's a pretty good idea. Let's just double check it. K, E, D, I, N. I need names that are 2 letters, 3 letters, 4 letters, 5 letters, or 12 letters. The reason for that is because they're the only boxes I've got. I've only got boxes for those numbers. So I can't do a name that's 6 letters long because I haven't got a box for it. I'd have to do it in 2 3s, which would look crap. You know, it looks good when it's in a box like that. Kevin. K, E, V, I, N. And that's how you spell the name Kevin in an order alphabet. And they've all got number 34, see? So that should appeal to somebody with the name Kevin. So if you can think of a 2 letter, 3 letter, 4 letter, 5 letter, or 12 letter name, shout it out. I need more 3 and 4s really. And because they're cheaper. Nautical alphabet spells Kevin. And then 100 of each coin made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. £75. All have matching COA number 24. That. Just going to put that on the table. I think the memory is full and it won't load the screen up, so I can't delete programs to regain some memory. I've never heard of that before. Anybody heard of that before? I've never heard of literally not having enough memory to load the screen up. Sounds like there's something wrong there. Jennifer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, that's 8 letters. Mark, that's 4. Mark, why didn't you shout that out, Mark? You're supposed to be helping me, for goodness sake. M, A, R, and K. Mick Lock. Hello, Mick. See, that's reminded me. There's another name, Mick. M-I-C-K. 4. That's exactly what we want. I'm going to do that one next. In case I forget, M-I-C. Okay, you're probably wondering what I'm talking about, Mick. So I'm sorting out, I've done it. I'm sorting out the, what I thought I would do is I thought I would make a flash of nautical alphabets for the gallery upstairs. And to that aim, I thought I'd make up names ready because we've got the cruise ships coming. So the next cruise ship I think is tomorrow. No, Thursday, 17th anyway, which I think is this week. And I remember when the cruise ship started last year, I couldn't find the time to do it. I just couldn't get it, couldn't do all the work. But an awful lot of the cruise ship visitors are American, and an awful lot of Americans are ex-servicemen because their, conscription went on a lot longer than ours did. We finished our conscription, I can't remember, are they still doing it? Maybe they're even still doing it, I don't know. But anyway, I digress. And some of the servicemen, you know, until the Navy boys, that, by the way, this is the nautical alphabet and I can spell out your name. I did a couple last year in Solomon where I spelled out somebody's name. Woman bought one for her husband, that kind of stuff. And because they're arriving soon, I want to have them ready, just in case, because there's always a chance, isn't there? You know, you could go sow. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. M-A-R-K, there we go, Mark. M-A-R. So when they start walking around and having a look, they should, with any luck, be interested in that. M-A-R. Wonder if we can do all the same number again. Right, the A's got to be a minimum 46 because that's getting sold out fast. So 46. Yes, we have a 46 for M. And I am very sorry I had to leave you all alone for a year. I just had to concentrate on other things. I need to concentrate on getting this up and running properly because I need the income. And I had to prove to myself, you see, and I've said this a couple of times and I don't know if anybody can kind of understand it, but I had to prove to myself that I wasn't just talking bollocks. I had to prove to myself that I really do know what I'm talking about. And since opening this shop, I've put the 56 years sales experience that I've got to good use and helped various sellers. Not everybody wants to listen. I mean, there are people that do crap because they just won't listen. You know, like there's one particular person who asked me to evaluate their shelf, and I say to everybody, you know, be careful if you ask me to evaluate your stuff and your shelf, because I will be direct. You know, I'll be brutal, but you need it because it's about earning your money. There's the next one, Mick, M-I-C-K. So there's Mike, M-I-K-E, M-I-K-E. And they are all number 46. So we'll take that one over in a minute. Now we'll do a Mick. I've got to write the cards out as well. And anyway, this particular person said to me, can you have a look at my shelf, tell me what's going wrong, you know, tell me how I can improve it. I took a look, I only needed to take a 2-second look, I knew exactly what was wrong with their shelf. I said, what's wrong with your shelf is you're one of those people that I call a busy-headed person. Your head's far too busy. You've got all these millions of ideas. Oh, I can do this and I can do sublimation. And once a person learns sublimation, a sublimation, for those of you that don't know what it is, when you're doing it yourself, sublimation is when you put something on something. So it might be like, you might buy boxes like this, right, completely blank, and then you put that on there. You know, however you do it, whether it be whatever, but they call that stuff sublimation, right? So when you make mugs and pencils and all the rest of it, well, once you can do one thing, people then, their head goes off and they think they're the only ones that come up with the idea. Oh, that looks nice on a mug. I can do mugs, I can do pencils, I can do bookmarks, I can do, and on it goes. And then they send the stuff, they ring up and they want to rent a shelf. So they end up renting. This is not everybody, but this is some people. And when I see it happening, I can see it happen again and again and again. And they rent a shelf, go for the cheapest shelf, send through a mismatch of stuff, because they don't know what's going to sell well first. They've never really done this thing in shops. So they're going to send loads of stuff through, bit of everything, couple of this, couple of that. They generally say the same thing. Oh, well, I just want to see what's going to be the best seller, and you know. But of course, if you've only put a couple of items up, and you sell one and you don't replace that immediately, because as soon as you sell an item, really, you should replace it with like 3 items, 4 items. That's what I would do. If I've sold one, straight away I'm going to replace that with 3 more. And if I sell them, I'm going to replace with 6 more. That's how you should do it. No. Some of these people don't do that. They wait and they wait. They're waiting to see what the bestseller's going to be. How can you work out what the bestseller's going to be? How can you have a bestseller when you've only got ones and twos? It's ridiculous. So, I'll give her the right information. Explain to her what's wrong. So if this is what's wrong with your shelf, you're sending too much stuff. You need to and you're doing it on too cheap a shelf, right? So what you need to be doing is you need to be having a bigger space. That means a bit more of an investment. Oh, I don't like that. And See, you need to be cutting down the amount of stuff you send. You need to be concentrating on just one or two items. Like on a shelf this size, it was one of the cheapest shelves. It was in the previous shop, 20 quid a month. On a shelf this size, if you concentrated on fridge magnets, you could put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds on this shelf, because what you should have is exactly like this, right? A fridge magnet is roughly that size, a business card size, and that is exactly what you should have on the shelf. You should have a pile of fridge magnets, all the same design. And then another pile next to it, different design. And another pile next to it, different design. And another pile next to it, different design. So the whole shelf should be different designs piled up. Because it doesn't matter whether you've got one single solitary fridge magnet or whether you've got 50 on top of each other, it's going to take up the same amount of space. It's not going to take up any more space. And do you know what she said to me? Let's get this numbers right. I said, so explain to her what she needs to be doing. So you're never going to sell you stuff like that. You need to less busy the shelf, make it more of this, of whatever, you know, pick an item. Doesn't matter which item you're doing. Pens if you want, doesn't have to be fridge magnets, but, or key rings, you know, one of them, not all of them, on one little tiny space. I've been doing this a year now, and I have never paid anybody a lot of money at the end of the month on a tiny space. Nobody earns £1,000 a month from a £20 space, nobody. Can't, it's not possible. 34, 34, 35, okay, let's see if we can go for number 35. Maybe. 35. 35. 35. And do you know what they said? They replied back with, hello. They replied back with, oh, that's how I sell it on eBay, that's how I sell it on Facebook. And I was like, well, yeah. You will. Because on Facebook, eBay, Etsy, places like that, you could have 1,000 different items. You know, in your £30 or £40 or whatever month it is shelf, you can have 10,000 items online that take up no space whatsoever. You don't even need to stock. If you know you can do that over and over and over again, you only need to do one, take a photograph of it, and then you can say, I've got 10,000 available. And then each time somebody wants one, make it fresh. But not in a shop, you can't do that. And they just wouldn't listen. So what do you think happened? They left. They couldn't earn enough money. You know? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. M-I-C-K, all the same number. Hey, Nick. Right, now I want to write the sign down. Orange, pink, green, yellow. Orange, pink, green, yellow. So let's go orange again. Orange. What's the first one? Mark. No, Mike. Did we do Mark? And we've got Mike and Mick. No. No, that's Mark. I haven't done a Mike, you idiot. Right. Nautical. It's, what's through me is because the phonetic spelling of M is Mike. Dear oh dear, nautical alphabet. Nautical alphabet spells Mark. What's the LA is that? 46. C-O-A 46. C-O-A 46. Maybe we do a C. One. So we must have to catch up later. No worries, mate. Sally, Jack, how's it you've been going? Cool, blimey. Anyone know how that rat weasel Warren is doing? Hello, Gary. I wondered how long it would be before somebody mentioned him, but no idea. I thought he was in prison, to be honest. But it turns, somebody was telling me the other day that it's not, he's not. Hello. Brilliant uncirculated. Right, and the different, and then you'll notice on some of mine they say brilliant circulated, but the B-U-N-C it means brilliant uncirculated. And it's finished to a high standard as well. Right. I can't tell you where are we? Green next, isn't it? Orange green. Yeah. I can't tell you what he cost me. What trusting that fucking psychopath cost me. I've had people say to me, be very careful what you say, because you don't want it getting back to him, because, you know, he'll come and start trouble again. Spells. Mick. But he can't, there's fuck all he can do, he can't do anything to me now. I mean, I can't begin to tell you what I've lost. And the reason I can't begin to tell you is because there is stuff I can't tell you. I will tell you later, but I can't tell you now. And he'll be playing with himself stupid, he will, knowing what damage he's done. and there's nothing I can do about that. For all his bravado though, and all his, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll tear them to pieces, all the violence and all the threats that he made and everything else, when I took him to court that time, I mean, I didn't get very far because I fucked it up, but when I took him to court that time and he was there, and Harry, I got Harry to come with me, I asked him to come with me because I said, Harry, I can't trust myself, like, I want to fucking kill him, I just, you know. So he came with me. But through all his talk and all the rest of it, he made sure he stayed away from me as far as he could. He didn't come anywhere fucking near me. But he did the damage, didn't he? He did the damage, so it didn't matter. Once he told everybody what he did, and it just didn't matter. Matching. Anyway, I'm not doing this video to have a moan at that little tosser. Matching COA. 35. So we have a look. I'll have a look at your other names in a minute, see what else you've given me an idea for. But you'll never hear from him again. And the reason you'll never hear from him again is because when people like that are shown up, when they've shown up to be nothing but liars and troublemakers, they won't come back. Did you watch any of that 10 hours of shit that I put up, Gary? When I phoned him up and I recorded the conversation, and I did that 3 days on the trot, each one for about 3 hours, and then I put the whole lot together, I put it up online. 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. He got them taken down. I'll put them back up again another day, but he got them taken down, but they had been seen, what, hundreds of times. 10 hours worth of what's-name recordings, hundreds of times. And the people that got in touch with me over that and said, I didn't believe it. I'll be honest with you, Ian, I didn't believe it. I believed him. I didn't believe you until you put that video up. And I could hear it from his own mouth. And then I saw how bad that was for you. Blimey, you've come up with some names. That's plenty, mate, thank you. More names than I can deal with at the moment, to be honest with you. But you see, then again, in saying that, I don't recognise your name, Gary Brown. You know, it is a name that's like non-recognisable to me. So for all I know, you could be Warren. Not that I care. let's do a Tom. We've got 3. Let's do a Tom. And you remember one of the things I said was, I'm going to show you the insides, the in and outs of the cat's arse, essentially, because I had to prove, I had so much to prove. So those of you that are around, you're going to see me take this and see what I do with it. You're going to see what I do with the coins coming back. Do you know, in order to prove, because my coins got such a bad press from him and his mates, because once he started taking the piss out of my coins, his followers then thought they were all being clever and joined in, didn't they? You might remember that. And the thing is, the one thing that I know for absolute certain is that before the shit hit the fan, before he did what he did, had I gone down the road of making my own coins, they would be massively successful now. Because there was more than 100 people that would have bought into it. And remember what I've always said, you only need 101. If you've got 100, you only need 101. That's it. I set up an account, I set up an Etsy account, and I set up an eBay account where I listed them for 50 quid each. I shit you not, honest to God. Cost me arts and all that, right? 50 quid each I put them up for, 49.95. And I tried to say to people, I'm telling you, they will easily sell at 49.95 when I'm sold out. Well, fuck me backwards and sideways. Do you know what happened? I was selling coins at 50 quid that I hadn't even sold out of. How about that one? Yeah, how's about that? That I didn't expect. I didn't expect to sell coins for 50 quid that TGBCH wasn't sold out of, but I did. Why? Because from the sales experience that I have, just like there are people that shop on Etsy and happy to pay twice as much or 50% more, and if you talk to them would have the attitude, oh no, I don't shop on eBay. Oh no, the common people shop there. I don't buy my stuff on eBay, thank you very much. With all the no, I buy all my stuff on Etsy or not on the high street. Yes, those people exist, and there are people. What? Spend 15 quid on a birthday present or a Christmas present? No. T-O-M. I wouldn't dream of spending 15 quid on somebody's birthday present. I never spend less than 50 quid or 100 quid. There are people like that around. And all that does is buys into, you know, those. But I didn't do it for that. I did it to prove it could be done. I did it to prove that these coins are sellable at 50 quid each. If only people, you know, so yeah. So you didn't know that, did you? I did all that on the quiet because I just needed to prove it could be done. And if you search TGBCH coin and sold items in eBay and you look through long enough, you'll find it. You'll find one sold there for 50 quid. Vertical alphabet. Spells. Hello, how are you? I've got a camera on here.
A camera on me?
No, I've got a camera on me here.
Oh yeah.
I'm chatting to some people.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, hang on, that's all right.
No, I'd only come for a little look up here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's getting better.
It is. It certainly is. I like some of these pictures, they're brilliant.
So this one is 45 quid because it's Tom. He's got your alphabet spells Tom. Limited edition. COA 34. Artisan room looks interesting. Yeah, this is the gallery. This isn't downstairs. If you want to see a little go of downstairs and what we've accomplished, go to Artisan Island on Facebook, and then just scroll down and look for the latest live, right? And you'll see one there where I did a live last week. I'm going to do another one today, about 4:30. So, and you'll get to see all the downstairs. I mean, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. Believe what's in there. Phenomenal amount of stuff. Right, let's go for a woman's name now. A woman. Oh. Typical American female names. Ah, yes, good idea. Nancy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have I got a 5? If I've got a 5, I'll do Nancy. I'll do a couple of 2s, probably Joe, J-O. That's a 5. Nancy. I'll do Nancy. Did you want me, by the way, Pauline?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I'll only come for a little.
Alright, because if you did and it's important, I can come off of this.
No.
N A N C. Right. This one will not be matching because we have 2 letter ends and can't have matching. So we'll just use all odd numbers for this. Anyway, yes, I know what I was going to do, right? I was going to tell you, that's what I did the video for, it's in my head. There's always an underlying reason, it's like, why have you done the video? I know. It is to tell you about, now it depends how you want to call this. Some of you might want to call this an earning potential. Some of you might want to call it a scam. I don't know. See you later, lovey. And to be honest, I don't know what you want to call it. However, if you saw an advert that said a salmon, 50p, for 25 quid, would you buy it? That's the first question. Now there's only about 7 of you on, so it's not like this is going to take long, right? But come on, let's see who's listening. Because you know what I'm like. Besides which, I don't want to flap my lips. Right, so if I've got some kind of interest from you, then let's have an answer to the question. I'm not selling one, by the way. So this is not me trying to get a sale. Yeah? But you see an advert, salmon 50p's, 25 quid. I mean, put what price you like on it. 20 quid, tenner, 15 quid, 25 quid, whatever. If you see salmon 50p's for, say, 25 quid, would you dive straight in and buy them? That's the question. So what I want you to do is say yes or no. If you saw that on eBay, if you saw it on Amazon, if you saw it on one of the websites, Facebook, whatever, salmon 50p's, 25 quid each, would you buy one? Yes or no? And if it's yes, how many would you buy? Yes, 3, yes, 2, yes, 1. Just tell me, before I impart my knowledge. Nancy, N, A, N, C, Y. But I just want to know. Hello, Richard. Yes, just the one though, Richard Kirby. Okay, well maybe I'll be doing you a favour then, Richard. And that's not me selling you a coin. But what I'm going to tell you now, because what I asked you was quite a simple question. If you saw an advert on Facebook or Amazon or eBay, salmon 50p's for 25 quid, would you buy one? That is the question. While I write this card out, those of you that haven't answered, put your answer. You'll find this interesting. You know what we call? Play along with me. Humour me. What you got to lose? Spells. Nancy. And then I'm going to tell you something interesting. Right. 75. So what do we want now? N, A, N, C, Y. Right, take the first one of each one out. Doesn't matter what the number is because we've got 2 ends, so you can't have all of them with matching numbers. No, I won't say I didn't think of doing it. I did think of doing it. N-A-N-C-Y. I don't know whether it's classed as just an entrepreneurial clever decision or whether or not it would be classed as a scam. But I do know it would rake in tens, and I mean tens of thousands of pounds. That I do know. And it's going to happen. Right? I predict that it's going to happen. You can stand on me that it's going to happen. Mark, yes. Post office never have any. 2024 with Mark on below the chart. What's going to happen is someone will do it. I'm not the only person to think of it, I bet. And like I say, I did. Hello, what's going on there? Is there something missing? What's going to happen? Oh, let's have another name. Have I got a, let's go for threes. We want threes. We want those American names. McLock. American male names. Noah, Chuck, as Leo. Right, that's a three. We'll do a Leo. We will do a Leo. McLock, current online prices between £30 and £40. At £25, I'd probably buy two. One each for my kids' collections if I could determine their authenticity. Oh, I guarantee you they'll be real. Absolutely guaranteed they'll be real. There's no doubt about that. I mean, you could just do how's that for a simple advert? Well, it can't get much simpler than that, can there? Salmon 50p's, £10 each. Right, people, you go nuts, wouldn't you? You go nuts for them. Real, authentic, nothing wrong with them, you go nuts for them, right? What is it that a lot of people are missing here? T. I. I'll tell you. M. You're going to see adverts for cheap salmons and they're going to be real. They just ain't going to be 2024. See, everybody's going nuts over these salmons. I talked to people in banks and so on, right? I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and they work in a bank. They know more about coins than you and me put together. And they had no idea of what I was about to say, absolutely no idea at all. They hadn't worked it out. Your salmon 50p is your definitive. Everybody's going nuts for a salmon. Hands up, those of you that haven't realised it's a definitive. Double hands up if you don't even know what a definitive means. A definitive from 1997 until 2008, the definitive was the Britannia. From 2008 to 2023-24, the definitive was the Shield. 2024, until the King dies, the definitive is going to be the Salmon. Now, what we know for absolute fact, is that whilst some years they do make the definitive rare, they do make the definitive not that many going into circulation. For the most part, the definitive is the one that's supposed to be made shitloads of. The definitive is the one that's supposed to be, and your commemoratives are the ones that are supposed to be a bit rarer. But with a salmon, the salmon's the definitive. And so, that means the salmon is coming out every single year. Your year sets are going to be full of salmons. All of these coins, the pound, the penny, the 2p, the 10p, the 20p, all of these coins, they're all the definitive versions. They're what Charlie has chosen as the definitive, which means it's going to be every year. Every year while he's alive, what's on the pound coin? Is it a bumblebee? Every year while Charlie's alive, there'll be a bumblebee on the back of a pound coin. They might make commemorative ones, but the definitive version will be the bumblebee. So where you have all these people going nuts over the salmon, if you remember, and this is a perfectly good example, was the Kew Gardens 2019. It flew off the shelves. It was like shit off a shovel. It flew off the shelves so fast at 29 quid. I was the one who first priced it, £29. And it flew off the shelves at £29. Now, the salmon, if you, and there was an awful lot of people that didn't care. I don't care for 2019. I just want a Kew Gardens in my collection. And that's like the real picture. So that's what I want. And they didn't care. It's not as important to everybody. I've got to have the 2009 version, must have that. An awful lot of people don't care, they just like to collect the pretty pictures. The average person likes to collect the pretty pictures. And the fact that they haven't got a Kew Gardens in their collection's a bit, but, you know, suddenly they can have one, a 2019 one, happy as pig in shit, aren't they? Happy as Larry. Happy as Larry the cat. So that's exactly what's going to happen. So when you start seeing your adverts for your salmons, I suggest you start taking a good long look at those adverts to make sure that the one you're paying the high price for, or the one that you're buying, is in actual fact the rare one. Because imagine, you know, I mean, even at a £5 each, right? You go down and get a bag of 500 coins, 250 quid's worth, and they're all salmons. You're going to be, yeah, brilliant, brilliant. But they're 2025 and they've made 15 million for circulation, for example. 15 million for circulation, they're going to be worthless. But they're not, because they're a salmon. And people all around the world, they ain't going to know this. People all around our country, they ain't going to know this. Some of you probably didn't know this. Put your hand up if you didn't know it and say, fuck me, I didn't know that, you didn't realise. So there's going to be millions of salmons, millions. There's going to be more salmons than you know what to do with. Look at Benjamin Bunny, was it 15, 19 million they made of those? If you go to the bank with a £5 worth of change, it will be almost impossible for you not to find the salmon in just a £5 worth of change. If you can't find the salmon, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Why? Because give it 5 years and there'll be like 100 million of them in circulation. 100 million salmons. 36, 31, 31. 10, doing 10, 36. 35. 36. So, tell me if I've just sideswiped you, or tell me if you already knew that. Because obviously, if you want to stroke my ego, I want to know that you didn't know that, and that I've told you something you didn't know. Therefore, it makes the video worth doing. People can come back to the video later and go, fucking hell. Okay, Tim is lucky enough to get them all the same. Certificate number 36 for Tim. For Tom. Oh, you div. I've done Tom. I need to change the coin. I'll have to do Tim in a minute. No, I'll just change. No, let's just change the thing. Let's just change. I might have already done one. Yeah. I've done. Shit. Can't do number 36. I've got to go for number 37. Mike. So yeah, did you know that? Every year from now on, you're just going to get loads and loads and loads and loads of salmons. Do you remember when I used to sell the coins in advance? If I put a post up now, if I put a listing up now and said salmon 50p's, you're guaranteed to get one, £10 each. Don't know, you're going to have to wait though, but you're guaranteed to get one, £10 each. How many do you think I'd sell? Sell 1 million. They would just sell and 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 not stop selling. I did think of doing it, it would get me out of trouble. I mean, I've got the 24th is next week. That's when I'm supposed to be at my house and I've got nowhere to live. I literally have nowhere to live. I just didn't want to get slated again. I don't see it as a scam. I don't see it as long as you don't promise anything that you're not giving. You know, if you don't put a date in and you promise somebody a salmon, it's like saying I'll send you a shield for a tenner, isn't it? And then you send them a shield. I'll send you a salmon 50p for a tenner. You know, if any one of you, and there's only 7 or 8 people looking, if any one of you was to do a listing like that, you'd take £2,000 overnight. This time tomorrow morning, you'd have £2,000 in the bank. And I did think of doing it myself because I'm in the shit, money-wise. Spells Tim. Tim, 45 quid. Two, three and four letters. A-N, Amy, Anne. Yeah, Anne. Not really. And Joe is spelled J-O-E, isn't it? What else we got anyway? Amy. Let's do an Amy. Right. Now, of course, if I've just told you something that you didn't think about and didn't realise, and the penny's just dropped and you've gone, oh yeah, then actually there might be a place for me yet in these videos in the coin world. But if I'm not telling you anything you didn't know, and that was just shit information, then maybe I need to give up. Go and weigh myself in at the local cram or something. And being as none of you have said, I didn't know that, Ian, I didn't work that out. Thank you. I can only guess. I need to weigh myself in. Both the A and the M are blue and white. Ah, look at that, Amy. That's how you spell Amy in the nautical alphabet. Both the A and the M are blue and white. A, M, Y. What numbers we got? So we do 48. 47, 48. Pardon me. I don't know, I've burped a lot since I got ill. Pardon me. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What happened there? Yeah, we can. Nautical alphabet. Spells. Amy. to go and pick up the missus. It's her wedding anniversary. Oh, nice one. All the best. Nice one. Have a nice time, Mick. I'm not going to be long on here anyway. Look at that, look, we've been on 82 minutes. I don't need to be on any more than that. Might as well just come off. Really? My battery's low. I better put all this lot away. What's the time? Let's do another one. Let's do 2 more. Excuse up them boxes. See you another day, Mick. Yeah, Joe, J-O. I can't think of any 2-letter names, can you? Apart from Joe. J-O-E is the male version and J-O is the female version. So we can do J. We can do Joe, so that can give us a 2. Okay, nice one, Richard. A couple of those, one more. Well, one more 2-letter name. I'm going to use Ed, and we've got Joe, and I want another one. So I've got 3 boxes here, so I might as well use them up. J. We should be able to do the same COA with this one. New York alphabet. Let's Joe. Hello, Eddie. Nice to see you. Oh, well done, Richard. Jack, Bob, Jack. Cool. Ed, we're going to do Ed. Ed for Eddie back. Mo. Thanks very much, Mark. Very kind of you. What was the next one? Oh yeah, it was anything Ed, wasn't we? Ed. How are you, Eddie? Nice to see you, mate. Do you remember, what was that chap's name? It was on the tip of my tongue a minute ago. Indeed. Can't remember that. Anyway, how are you? You like your raffles, don't you? I've got a raffle running that finishes in a day or so. 250 quid. It's I mean, you can go onto our Facebook page and just scroll down and you'll see the link there on Artisan Island. Or if you just type in www.raffall, raffall.com/Artisan Island. You'll come to our profile there. 250 quid, spend in the shop, £1 a go. Finishes in about a day. Orange. Vertical. Vertical alphabet. Spells. Ed. Right, I think I better sign off now. Hour and a half, 90 minutes. That'll do. I'll come back another day. Have a little look. If you've got nothing to do, Ed, have a little look through it. Bo from Bo Diddley. Bo. I like that one. Nice to have seen you anyway. Nice to have catch up with just a couple of you. It's been sweet. We'll catch up again, right? I'm normally here on a Monday and a Tuesday, so I'm going to try starting to put it on regular, if I can. Got a lot going on at the minute though, but, you know. Anyway, take care. See you later. Thanks very much, and thanks for the thumbs ups. All right, bye for now. Oh yeah, and just so we're square, I mean, I'll never forgive the toss of Warren and that kind of stuff, the people that really fucking did me damage, but, you know, all the other people that got involved in that, it is what it is, as they say. Anyway, take care.